half the buildings and homes in the greater Seattle area have air conditioning, and that's according to the U.S. Census Bureau. And that number actually expected to grow as climate change makes heat waves worse in the future.
Let's check in with meteorologist Abby Akoni with a deep dive into whether our region's power grid can handle a spike in demand in the decades ahead. Abby?
Yeah, this is a big topic. Seattle City Light preparing for a potential 45% increase in average demand for energy over the next 2 decades. This type of expected surge, it's putting pressure on utilities to plan now to avoid power outages and blackouts down the road.
Oh, no air conditioning. The house is so old that we just like close up the windows and the doors and pray for the sun to go down.
People in Puget Sound tell us that extreme heat is a growing burden on our local communities.
I remember people trying to scramble to get AC for their home, like a window unit, and they're being all sold out.
A lot more air conditioning may make it difficult to have a reliable power grid during major heat waves, critical for keeping our society running, powering homes, businesses, schools, and hospitals. Many experts agree that more AC will add pressure to the grid.
So we are undergoing actions even today to help meet those demands.
I spoke with Rhonda Strout, climate change research and adaptation advisor for Seattle City Light. Do you think Seattle City Light will be able to meet an increase in demand in the decades ahead?
Yes, definitely, through a multitude of solutions.
There's an extra challenge when utility companies not only focus on how to reliably supply electricity, but doing so with renewable energy. Our region relies heavily on hydropower, with the minority of energy coming from wind, solar, and nuclear. Almost all of the power for Seattle City Light, Snohomish County PUD, and Tacoma Public Utilities comes from renewables. Over Puget Sound Energy, more than 43% of its power supply is from clean sources like wind, hydro, and solar. PSE says it's on track to eliminate coal by the end of 2025, required by Washington's Clean Energy Transformation Act.
Looking at hydropower can help support the grid in extreme events, how hydropower itself might be impacted by climate change, but how it can provide climate resilience as well.
Juliet Homer with the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, or PNNL, says using a diversity of renewable energy sources is important.
There's so many different scenarios. We need to make sure that when the wind's not blowing, we have resources when there's a low hydro year.
Local power companies are always working to improve efficiencies in power generation, but they say consumers can play a role as well.
Even like pulling down your blinds and shading out the sun, turning your air conditioning up just a couple degrees makes a difference.
Some experts say charging electric vehicles in off-peak times could help too.
But as long as people can charge those electric vehicles at off-peak times, I think there's plenty of energy in the region to really accommodate all the electrification.
Coming up on Friday, we're going to get a look at our state as a whole with where we stand with renewable energy and how companies with ties to Seattle making big moves to decarbonize the grid and the important role the private sector plays in this movement. I'll send it back to you.